All right, hello, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about algebra tiles, how they can help us with factorizing. So I'm going to show you this cool website that you can use, and I'll share the link for you on how we can use algebra tiles to help us with our factorizing, especially as we move towards a new skill that we're going to learn, which is called completing the square. But before we do, what did one candle say to the other candle? We'll ponder that while we get going. All right, so again, I'll show you the website, and we can use this website to do things called algebra tiles to go ahead and factorize things. Okay, so we have an expression here, x squared plus 4x plus 3, and we're going to use these algebra tiles. These are the positive ones on the left. These are the negative ones over on the right to go ahead and factorize. So how do we factorize this? We're going to make a rectangle, aren't we? So what do we need? Well, we need an x squared. So I'm going to drag one over. I need 4x's. Okay, so again, I have either the vertical or the horizontal. I don't know which ones I want. I can always flip them up here. I can go to rotate and see it changes it. Now it's like that. I don't know how many. I'm just going to grab. So I have 4 of them. And then I need 3 ones. These are my ones up here. I grab one. Now I can either grab some more or I can go up here and use the arrow. Boom, boom. And I've quickly added some. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and build a rectangle. I've got my x squared. Again, you can see why, right? The x squared, each length is x. I look at the green one here. We can see one side is x and one side is 1. And I can see that because these little yellow squares are 1 by 1, so they have an area of 1. So what's on each tile there is the area. So I have x squared. I need 4 x's. Now I'm not sure whether I need them the way they are. Again, we can sort of look ahead. We know how to factorize this, don't we? So I'm just going to try some things. Again, if it doesn't work, right, you can always try flipping one. And if I do this, it looks like I'm going to get my rectangle, aren't I? Okay, again, I've got a nice perfect rectangle there. So what do I have then? This side, if I look over here, is x, and that's a 1. And over here, this side of the rectangle, that's an x, and that's a 3. So factorized, it's x plus 1 times x plus 3. Now, we are experts in factorizing. We don't need the squares to go ahead and do this for us. But it is going to be handy on something new that we're going to be talking about shortly. So let's go ahead and clear the screen. We'll tidy this up, and I'll rub this off, and we'll look at another example. Okay, here we are. Our next problem is going to be x squared minus 6x plus 8. So I've got my tiles I need. I have an x squared. Again, I have minus 6x. I've got minus 6 of them. Again, the minus ones are in red over here, and I have plus 8, so I've taken my 8 ones. Can we go ahead and make a rectangle? So we start with our x squared. Again, we know how to factorize this, don't we? So it's going to help us. So again, if I do this, sort of thinking ahead, I sort of know what it's going to be. Let's see, I want to rotate that one, right, and bring that down here. I'll rotate this one up top, rotate it, bring it down, and we should be able to see, we're going to be able to fill in our ones, can't we, to go ahead and finish this. Okay, and we should already see what we're going to end up with. And we have a rectangle. Okay, and so if we factorize this, what do we end up with? Well, here we ended up with the x, and here we have a minus 2, right? That's the length. The length of that square is x, and I have 4 minus 1, so that's minus 4. So factorize, this is x minus 2. This is a little bit fiddly. And x minus 4, which we probably could have got without the algebra tiles. So we'll tidy this up and then look at a couple more examples here real quick. And then I'm going to leave you with some to go ahead and do on your own. Okay, here we go. There's another problem. X squared plus 6x plus 9. I've got my x squared, my 6x's, and my 9. So we need to make a rectangle. Okay, so again, I'm showing you why these work because we're going to use this to help us see how we can complete the square. All right, so I've got those there. Again, we look ahead. We know how to factorize this. We've been doing lots of factorizing, and it should be obvious what we're going to end up with. Okay, so what have we ended up with? This side is x, That side, the length of that side is x plus 3, and this side is x, and that length is 3. So factorize, this is x plus 3 times x plus 3, or as we would say, I don't know why I keep getting these lines here. X plus 3 squared. Notice what's special about this rectangle, okay? It's a rectangle, but it's a special rectangle. It's a square, isn't it? And this is where our focus is going to be shortly, is on squares. We're going to leave it here. I'm going to leave you some problems to go ahead and try on your own. I want you to go to the website, try the tiles. I know we don't need them, but I want you to get used because it's going to help us see something. So the question is, what did one candle say to the other candle? Let's go out together. So we'll see you in the next video. We'll start looking at more and focus more on these squares.